Hello, everyone. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesdays. I'm your host, Paula Taylor, and this is episode 49. It's hard to believe we're almost to a year of participating in this practice, and I congratulate you. I know some of you have been here every single week live with me, and a lot of you have watched it later or listened to the podcast. So thank you. I have so much gratitude for you for joining me for all of these weeks now. And I have to say, I just facilitated an expansion ceremony with one of my clients in this space yesterday for my new dimensional frequency expansion. And the energy in this space is just still so buoyant and sacred. And just walking in here made me smile. So I'm so grateful that I expanded to the point where I allowed this new method to come to me and through me. And I'm especially grateful to those of you who have kind of been beta testing it with me and allowing me to learn more about it and figure out exactly how it's going to work before I share it on a larger, broader scale. So thank you to my client who was here in this space with me yesterday and who expanded in such a beautiful way and left that indelible mark on this space with me. So tonight we're going to talk about letting go of the no pain, no gain mentality. And this topic came to me. I recently received a massage, and it was the first one I've had since February of 2020. So I went in, and it was a therapist I'd never seen before. And before we even started, she essentially apologized to me because she only does light to medium depth massage. And I was kind of just like, oh, just do your thing. Like, to me, massage is an art form, and art is always most impactful when we allow the artist to flow, when we kind of get out of the way of the artist and let them have that divine energy flow through them. So I just said, oh, just, do your thing. As she was working on me, I started thinking about it, and I realized that was the first massage I've had in probably years where I had no pain, not a single second of pain in this massage. And I started thinking about that old saying, no pain, no gain, which again, last week I said I was dating myself by mentioning Inspector Gadget. I'm dating myself a little bit here again because that was a popular phrase in the 80s. And I actually looked it up, and it was pretty much exactly what I thought. So it started in the 1980s as an exercise motto. And essentially the idea is that you receive greater rewards for the price of hard and painful work. So no pain, no gain is the shortened phrase. And the interesting thing is, like in this massage example, that massage was so effective. And it was because it was gentle. It was because there was no pain. My body didn't armor up at all. And I was able to really relax. And she was able to do some really profound work, some deep work, without having to hurt me, without having to go so deeply into my tissues that it was causing me pain. Then I started thinking about BioTouch, which I've mentioned multiple times on the show. And BioTouch is a very light butterfly touch. It's a method of using sets of points, and you never touch really heavier than just like a butterfly touch. My husband has scoliosis, and I've been doing massage on him since 2003 and never really found that it had much effect. And then when I learned BioTouch, I started practicing the BioTouch back set on him, and instantly I got more response than I ever got with physical massage. And I really think that that's because it's gentle. Again, the body doesn't armor up when we're gentle with it, when we're not causing any pain. And so after this experience, this was a few weeks ago, this show has been kind of in the making for a few weeks. I kept thinking, oh, it'll be this week, and then a different topic would come up. So it's been kind of percolating around in my brain. And I just started noticing that we've applied this idea that more pain equals more progress in so many areas of our lives, so many areas of our lives. So not just with the physical body, with exercise, with weight loss, with body work, as I just mentioned, but in very many other areas of our life. And so one of the things I want to mention is what I see described a lot recently as internalized capitalism. So this is the idea that we must always be productive, that our worth depends on how much we produce, how hard we work, how often we work. And I would tie that in with this idea of the American dream. So again, the harder you work, the more success, those are my air quotes again, the more success you'll have. And the thing about this is that these beliefs are literally killing us. This idea that we have to work, that we need 3 or 4 jobs sometimes to survive, to pay our bills. These ideas are literally killing us. They're causing stress-related disease that kills us, physical disease, and that epidemic of mental disease, of mental health issues, as they like to call it on the news, that epidemic of mental health problems in our country. A huge part of it is from this idea, this internalized capitalism, this idea that we have to work and produce and produce and produce. And here's the thing, we need rest and we need security. These are not luxuries, these are needs. So when people don't have the opportunity to rest because they can't take a day off because someone is waiting in the wings to take their job or their job doesn't feel secure, when they have to work multiple jobs just to pay their rent or their mortgage, that puts a huge amount of stress on the body, on the mind, on the emotional field, and we start to get depleted. And eventually that can result in acting out. That can result in things like the mass shootings that we see way too commonly in this country. So that kind of ties into my next idea, which is the idea that we need to learn to earn love. So we need to work to deserve good treatment from other people, to deserve good things to happen to us. For goodness in general, we need to work. It's the same thing with the internalized capitalism. That's in more of a professional capacity. But we do the same thing in a personal capacity. We sacrifice and sacrifice and sacrifice to try to prove our worth, to try to show how much we love those around us, to our own great detriment, and really to the detriment of those people around us as well. So when we step back from that, when we broaden our perspective and we remember that we have inherent worth, then there is nothing we need to do to earn love. We deserve love just as we are. We don't have to work to produce, to show that we are worthy of love, that we are worthy of good things happening to us. We don't have to suffer to be a good parent or a good child or a good friend or spouse or lover. These ideas are so pervasive in our society. This idea that we have to work so hard for what is oftentimes very little reward. And if the reward isn't there, then we must not be working hard enough. That whole pull yourself up by your bootstraps idea that we've sort of adopted in this country, it's just not spiritually true. And not only that, it's spiritually harmful, it's physically harmful, it's emotionally harmful, it's mentally harmful. And it leads to us punishing ourselves for not being good enough in all areas of our lives, professionally, personally. And it leads to us seeking out pain in order to earn that love, in order to earn that worth. It leads us to have 15 years worth of body work and massage where every single massage was painful and we never thought anything about it. It just seemed like that's how it is. It's normalized. In fact, it's exalted in our culture this idea of excessive pain, of suffering, and of that being the only true path to progress, that pain must lead to progress, that we must have pain to grow. And of course, pain is inevitable. We talk about that very often on this show. It's part of life. You can't get away from pain. So that's not what I'm talking about. But I'm talking about excessive pain. I'm talking about the belief that extreme work or extreme pain is the only way to truly grow. When we encounter pain, absolutely, we look at it, we move through it, we breathe through it, we experience the emotions that are causing physical pain. We don't run away from pain, but we also don't run toward extra pain. We don't run toward overcommitting ourselves in our personal lives or our professional lives because we feel that that's the only way to prove that we're worthy to be in whatever position it is, to be in that professional position, to be a wonderful parent. You know, if I'm a good mom, then I've got to do this and this and this and this and this. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to slow down and breathe and take some rest and take some relaxation and be present. Your presence is what is really required by the people that love you. And even in your professional life, your presence is what is your value. Just you being you is the most precious gift that you can offer anyone, whether it's personally or professionally. And this idea that we have to do more and more and more and give and give and give, it's literally killing us. It's literally killing us. And it's time for us to say no more. It's time for us to call this out in our own lives. It's time for us to call this out in society at large. And it's time for us to start saying no. It's time for us to start saying, I don't need to have a painful massage to have profound effects. And in fact, my effects might be even more profound if I can truly relax because I'm not in pain, because I'm not wondering, oh, when she gets to this area, oh, maybe that's going to be so tender. And kudos to this therapist for really knowing exactly where that line was and never crossing it. That I said massage is an art, and that was an artist expressing themselves in their medium. Whew, I got a little bit on my soapbox there. I'm pretty passionate about this. And I hope you really think about this because, again, this came up for me like weeks ago. And then I started to really notice, I started to really look around at the things I saw on the news and the way that people talked and the posts I saw on social media. And I started recognizing that this no pain, no gain stuff is everywhere and it is killing us. So let's say no more. Let's meditate and release some of that. Let's look at the places in our lives where we're holding that belief personally. I just went through a whole 6-7 month process of releasing that core belief that I did not have inherent worth, that I had to earn my worth through the way I looked or through the way I behaved with other people. Let's let go of that. And once we accept that, once we accept our inherent worth and we step into that path of radical love, it is radical. I'm talking about a complete shift in our society, about a complete overhaul of the system that we have agreed to live in. And we have the power to do that. We have the power to start that as individuals by saying no when we mean no and holding to that and letting it be loving, but not feeling like we have to offer an explanation for why we say no. All of that is part of this no pain, no gain, this internalized capitalism, this fact that this feeling that we have to earn our worth. If you are inherently worthy and you say no, you have earned that no by just saying it. You don't have to continue on with an explanation of why you're saying no. And I'm very guilty of this. I'm talking to myself here too. So how do we start on this path? Because we start on this path, as we do in all spiritual work, individually, and then it ripples out. We change how we behave. And if we're parents, then we start to teach our children how to behave. Our children behave in the way we show them, not in the way we tell them. So if we show them radical self-love, if we show them that we truly believe in our inherent worth, if we show them that we're not afraid to say, no, I can't work that extra shift this week, and period, no reason why, just I can't do it. If our children see us doing that, then they will start to do that for themselves. If the people in our immediate circle start seeing us do that, if we start talking about this in our social circles, and I see it, I start to see this, again, we have the opportunity to completely change this rotten belief. This is rotten. This is rotting us. It's rotting us physically. It's rotting us mentally and emotionally. And we have the ability to change it just by starting in this meditation tonight. Maybe share this meditation with someone else. Maybe share this episode with someone. Say, hey, go watch this. Tell me what you think of it. And again, maybe people will get angry about this, but good. Let people start to get angry. Let people have a reaction to this, because that means they're thinking about it. That means that it triggered something inside of them, and then they know there's truth to this. There's truth to this. So tonight's meditation, we're going to start out with just a beautiful, delicious relaxation meditation, because you've earned that, not by working hard, not by showing up for Wind Down Wednesday every week. You've earned that by being the beautiful, amazing, glowing, divine being that you are. You have earned 20 minutes of deep breathing and relaxation and walking away from that feeling much more expanded and clear and in harmony with yourself. And then we might look a little bit at those beliefs that you have in yourself about how pain equals progress. The massage thing, I never realized that until that moment. And I am a massage therapist. I went to massage school. But even I thought, oh, it's got to be painful. It's got to be a little painful to be effective. I mean, that's something that was in my mind. This is insidious. This is in every part of our lives. And that's just the example that brought it to my attention. So let's meditate together. So first, find the most comfortable position you can find tonight. Really get luxurious with this. Lie down on a comfy bed or couch. Sit in your comfiest chair. Maybe not wrap yourself in a blanket because it's 113 degrees, but if you're in a place where you want to wrap yourself in a blanket, do that. Just start by taking a few moments to really get comfortable. Take 3 or 4 of those deep oxytocin breaths, breathing in through your nose, really letting your belly float out as you breathe in. And then sighing that out with an audible ha sound. And with these breaths, invite pleasure into your space. Just as much as you're looking for relaxation and release tonight, add an element of pleasure to this. Really allow these breaths to happen in a natural way. Feel yourself smiling as you breathe. And as you breathe deeply 2 or 3 more times, feel that tension, that sense of unworthiness start to melt out of your body. And as we call in our divine energy tonight, and it travels through the body, allow it to burn up any belief in yourself that you are not enough just as you are. Any belief in yourself that you are unworthy in any way. Any belief in yourself that you are not lovable in any way. We're burning that away. We're bringing in that unconditional love, and we're burning away these rotten old beliefs that no longer serve us on an individual level or as a society. So allow that crown chakra, the top of your head, to open. Let it really expand tonight. Imagine it flowering open like the petals of a lotus or a rose, whatever flower comes into your mind. Really open the top of the head tonight and invite that beautiful golden light of unconditional love, love without condition, love without boundary, love without limit, that absolute self-worth. Invite that in through that beautiful opening in your head. Let that divine connection flow into your face, into your brain, into your skull and your scalp and your ears. Bring this beautiful, unconditional self-worth and love into your jaw and your neck. Let it come into your throat. Begin to speak your inherent worth into the world as you flow forward from this moment. Allow this beautiful golden light and love to flow into your upper chest, into your shoulders and your upper arms, into your elbows and your forearms, into your wrists and hands. Bring your hands together and hold this unconditional love, this radical self-love, this inherent worth. Hold this between your hands for a moment and really feel the power of this practice. You can keep your hands together, allow them to relax down by your sides if you'd like, whatever feels comfortable here. But continue to hold this self-worth in the palms of your hands. Hold this unconditional love for yourself. As you allow this love to continue to flow through your chest and your upper back, let this love come into your heart center now. Perhaps moving your hands to the heart. Feel your own divine being here in your heart. Let this beautiful, radical self-love fill your heart. And let that love flow down into your belly and your low back. And again, pause. Perhaps put your hands on your belly and direct this sense of absolute worth, of powerful love of self and others, of love without limits, into your belly. Let this light and love fill your belly, fill your low back, and flow into your hips and your pelvis. And again here, perhaps bring your hands down to the lowest part of your belly and direct this radical, unconditional love into your hips and your pelvis, into the base of your spine. Let it flow effortlessly into your thighs and down towards your knees. And again, let this love without limits, this self-worth this beautiful golden light of divine energy fill your knees and spill over like a waterfall down into your lower legs, into your ankles and your feet, and into the earth. And for just a moment here, see yourself as you truly are, as a being of radiant light, of radiant love. And let that light radiate out into the universe and into the earth and into all of those you encounter in your daily life. Send this radical love into everyone around you so that they may see that they are made of this same divine energy and light. And then just enjoy this for a moment. Nothing else to do, nothing to earn here. Just soaking in this bath of radiance, of love, of light. Feel the power in this radical self-love, in this feeling of absolute worth. No need to earn this, no need to work for this. All you need to do is open and let it flow into you. Remember who you are. And let go of the fear that you're not enough. Let go of the fear that you don't have enough. Let go of the fear that you aren't loved, or that you're unlovable, or that you're not loving enough toward others. Let this absolute, boundless love show you your true nature. And let yourself expand into it. Notice how big your energy feels here. Perhaps you're sitting up straighter. If you were lying down, perhaps you've been called to sit or even stand in this radiance. And from this radiant state, from this expanded mindset, look at your everyday life now. Look at that ego personality's life and recognize the places where you think that you need to suffer, where you think that more pain equals more progress. Look for that no pain, no gain mentality in your own behaviors now, in your relationships with others. And send this radiance into those situations, into those beliefs, into those behaviors. And recognize all the way down in your heart, in your belly. Put your one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly here. And feel in your body that you don't need to earn anything. You don't need to work harder, because you are divine as you are. Let this belief come fully into your body now. Let it come out of the mind space and into the heart space and into that beautiful cave of your solar plexus and your sacral chakras in the belly. Let this belief about your inherent worth come all the way down into your legs and your feet. And again, burn away with this light, this radiance, those beliefs that you're not enough. Not only are you enough, you are divine. You are unconditional love and light and radiance in all moments, in all situations, in all relationships. Take a nice deep breath. And as you breathe in again, draw this radical self-love, this boundless light and love fully into your body, all the way down through that torso. And as you exhale, sigh it out down through your legs and into the earth. Anchor yourself in this light of your own radiance, of your own connection to the source of all that is, to the unconditional love that you are made of, that everything is made of. And one more time, look inside your body now. Perhaps it's in your mind, in your brain. Perhaps it's in the body itself. Where are you still holding these limiting beliefs that you have to earn your worth? Send that radiance, that light, that expansion and clarity and harmony directly to this area that's still being stubborn, that's still holding on to the need for suffering and extreme pain. Let the radiant light wash that out of you like a waterfall. Let it burn that away like a fire, like a sun. And so it is, and so you are, fully radiant, fully recognizing that radiance and allowing it to permeate all of your cells, allowing it to guide your behaviors and your relationships. You are filled with this radical, unconditional, boundless light and love in all moments of your life. Stay open to it. Perhaps you're called now to make your own sound as I just did, or to take another of those deep oxytocin breaths and sigh it out. Perhaps you're moved to state an affirmation. Let your intuition guide you, and please do this out loud. Maybe you just say yes. Yes to radiance. Yes to your own magnificence. Yes to your boundless light. Yes to your inherent worth. Yes to your inherent goodness. And then once more, expand yourself out into this radiant field of energy you've built through this practice, and invite it to spread beyond the space that you're in. Invite this light to visit all of those people that you know, that you encounter, that you love. Invite this light to spread beyond those people and to the people that you've never even met, all of whom hold this same inherent worth. And finally, allow this radiant light to spread to the planet itself. Share your magnificence, share your expansion and your clarity and your harmony with this beautiful planet that supports us day after day. And as you're ready, draw that back into yourself. And one more time, let this beautiful light flow in through the top of your head. Let it fill your head and your neck and your torso, your arms and hands and your hips and your pelvis, your thighs and your knees, your lower legs and your feet. Call all of this radiant light into your body now. And if you'd like, you can gently allow that crown chakra to close or keep it open for your highest good, for this radiant light, for this radical love to flow into you in a non-stop outpouring. This is what you deserve just by being, just by existing. Sat Nam. This truth is your identity. See your radiance. See your worth. Let yourself be loved. As you're ready, take one more nice deep breath, sigh it out. Let yourself come back into your mind, into your body, and affirm with me out loud, I am fully present in my body. I am fully present in my body, and I see my own magnificence. I am fully present in my body, and I am love. As you're ready, you can begin to move your body a little bit, coming fully back into the space you're in. Let yourself wiggle your fingers, maybe move your head around a little bit. Take one or two more deep breaths if you'd like, and as you're ready, you can open your eyes. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. Go forward in your life, recognizing the radiant being that you are. End sentence. No need to earn anything. You are divine energy and light. Allow yourself to feel that love, to feel that light, to be that love and light. Have a radiant rest of your evening, an expansive rest of your week, and I will see you next week for Wind Down Wednesday.